So let's get this out of here. This old plate out here. Oh. So trans plate the engine. Got me some stickies. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Even more nice. All right. This is the star of the show right here. Other than my clutch that I'm also going to have to get. But we'll worry about that later. But you're wondering, why don't you just keep a knife on me? I don't know. I really don't. Really couldn't tell you. There's a lot of paper in this thing. Come here. There it is. That thing looks good. So it's pretty straightforward. Your stickers, which are, like I said, the most important part. Your plate, nice little finish. And you got your hardware, plate to engine, trans to plate. So, oh, even got some dowels. That's nice. Okay. So all we're gonna do is see how this fits. Put it on the engine. Bolt the trans up to it. And then maybe try and shoehorn it in. We'll see. Yes, I'm rolling this across my deck right now. Sorry. Quit that now, you hear? I told you to quit. I told you to wait in the truck. Being silly. Okay, so I know that those units right there are going to be rusted completely, you know, never to be removed. So what I'm going to do is try and put the plate over it for now. Okay, hear me out. Probably won't work, but we're going to try it anyway, because I don't know if those are going to come out. So yeah, plan. I mean, it fits-ish. Okay. Kinda. Probably should have removed that already. Didn't think about it. Oh well. Let's see how it fits. The real fun part begins when you take into account I've got to get this and this off my porch. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. So, yep. So the plate to engine, we've got 3 short boys and 1 long boy. So I'm assuming our 3 I didn't think so. So our long boy goes through there with a nut. So you need a nut for that one, I guess. So let's just get this mounted up for now. Let's see how she does. Nope. Okay. So back up. Let's take that plate off. Flex plate is getting in our way. So, all right. Let me see if I've got a 12.17. So, I did find one. Now, thing is, I don't really want to ruin my crank bolt. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to ruin my, engine block right here, and see if I can spin this and break them loose. See what we got. That these were absolutely rusted to oblivion. I definitely should have done this beforehand, but that's all right. That's all right. It's okay. It happens. You forget, okay? At least I do. A lot. Just ask my girlfriend. Okay. Definitely replacing that rear main seal before the clutch goes on. Because if you didn't know, there's a little O-ring, okay? These are super bad to leak. It's not really here as much as it is here. Honda had this brilliant idea to leave this massive hole in the block, and then they remedied that by just putting a little O-ring on this plate. Solved. Not really, because once that cooks and becomes basically plastic, it just flows. It just lets her go. So it not only starts leaking around here, but it just starts all over the place. So, yeah. The more you know. If you got an MDX and it's rear main, it's not actually this seal mainly, it's the little one right here. So this little beauty right here, and I was just so dumbfounded as to why this thing was not going together. And it is that little sweetheart right there. So it's not mating flush with the block. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably get some tools from work, come back, shave that, which it's already getting late, so clearly that's not going to happen today. But I'll continue this tomorrow, and I guess put this up for now and just let this chill. And then shave that down, bolt it up, get the right tool for that stupid hex head while I'm at work, and then we can mount this guy to that and go over there. So, cool. See you tomorrow. So, it's the next day, and I finally got my tools and stuff. Got a belt, water pump, stuff like that. The right socket that I need, which it is a 10mm, by the way. That's a 10mm head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center point this notch, and then I'm just going to keep stepping up and stepping up with a drill bit until I get that thing all the way flat, mainly because I don't have the right tools, and I also don't have a compressor here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we're going to be ready to go ahead and try the adapter plate again. So it is complete, and if you're using the J35A3, you're probably going to have to remove that notch. J32, it's not going to matter. J35 it is. All this I think is going to go away. I don't remember. P2R makes an adapter that goes here, and I'm pretty sure there's a channel that you put underneath the runners, I think. It helps when you buy the right tools. Ow! Alright. I think I may need to put this on a jack-o-lator, quite possibly. So of course none of these are labeled, but you know, we'll make them work. We're definitely going to put these dowel pins in. I'm just not worried about them right now. If we can get this guy underneath it. I know some people are probably screaming that I'm doing this on my porch, but you gotta, you know, use what you got. So this is what I got. Oh, sorry. Okay. Cool. So, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is going to work. Well, there you have it. So I think the biggest issue is our starter placement. So So let's get that out of the way. So I'm pretty sure the last 2 bolts are going to go somewhere like right here and over there. And I think those are going to be the final 2. So this is where the starter is going to go, and you have to notch this and take that out of the trans. And I think they've got a spacer or something. I'm not real sure which starter I need to use yet, but I'll figure that out soon. So yeah, man, that's it. Adapter plate bolts to the engine, and transmission bolts to the adapter plate. Your clutch and your flywheel and all that stuff needs to come from InlinePRO like the adapter did, unless you are a wizard with machining stuff and you can do it all yourself. I can't. I don't have the time, I don't have the money, and I don't have the equipment. So I'm just going to buy the clutch and flywheel set that comes for that adapter and for this setup, and that's about $1,400. But in the long run, what it would take to get all that probably from another source, you'd probably be more than that in it. So at least I would. So yep, it's pretty much ready to start going in there. The 4-liter is officially gone. So all this harness that needs to come out, all that stuff, that block, the ICM, battery tray, all that stuff has to come out. That tray up there for the coolant reservoir, that's coming out, map sensor, all this stuff, and then I'm probably going to hit it with some quick, you know, rebuild and hammer on. So, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, we're a little caught, aren't we? Let's see. Let's see if we can. Get out of here. Ooh. All right, one more step. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. All right. Phew. I got it off. It's not pretty, but I got it. Okay. Let's get this scooched on down. Ugh. Just need it off of that one. We'll get it on the other ones, and we'll be good. All I need to do is just get it to the chipboard. Yeah, I'm impatient, so I didn't wait. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She is wanting a tip. And I don't want to give a tip, okay? Shoo. All right. Oh. You're a fat little beast, aren't you? Come on now. Hi-ya. Woo. Nope. Come on now. Get up under there. Whew. All right. Don't ask me how I got this down here. You just saw it, but don't ask how I got all of it down here. Be all right. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I figured. I can come down a little bit though. Quit your yee-hawing. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What is that, a 14? Nope, that is a 12. Yeah, that's what I figured. Of course you're in the way, because why wouldn't you be? How ridiculous. How ridiculous is that? Man. I tell you what. Everything's gotta be in the way. All the time. There we go. A little bit of persuasion. Okay. Yahtzee. 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 Honestly, I think this thing is going to fit pretty well. Oh, oh, ah. All right. So, let's go a little bit further. So, this mount has to come out for sure. You see the peanut? Dead giveaway. So, what I feared has come true. The oil pan is indeed going to contact the front suspension bits. For sure. Yep. And we are angled very poorly. And we are very, very high. So, yep. Which, if it'll sit down in there, it'll look good. But I just don't think there's any way to do it over that unless it's so far forward this way, and the starter's got to sit in that back spot of the oil pan anyway. So this whole front suspension is going to have to be completely redesigned. So, oh well, that's why they call it a project. So I'm just going to let it sit down for now, and it's going to rain tomorrow, so I think I'm going to cover the intake up, set it down, and let it be kind of sitting, just kind of sort of resting on the suspension. That way I can close the hood and keep as much water off of it as I can. So I knew I was going to have an issue with straight axle. I knew it in my heart. I just knew that we were going to have to do some serious modification of that straight axle setup. So, oh well, that's what we got to do. It's how we move forward. So unfortunately, this is not just a set it in and go type of deal. You're going to have to get crazy. Which, I'm ready for that. That's fine. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure with the LS, well, with the LS you might run into the same thing because I'm lowered. It doesn't look like I am, but I'm actually lowered. That's the thing that sucks about solid axle. So, oh well. We got plenty of room back here. Like, plenty of room. So we can come back a decent piece, and we may be able to at least get over that down there. But we're really going to be shoved up in the back, so let's see. Getting ready to, you know, move the hoist forward and realize something. Yeah. So that's the end of it. If I can sit it down and move this whole thing back, maybe I can get it a little bit closer in. Well, we can get close, but we can't get much more than we already had. So I got it a little bit better in here, and I think we can probably use the AC bracket to mount on this side. This mount will go away, so that's fine. We'll have a little bit of room there. And coming down, it's angled, sure, but like I said, we can do a cow hood. This spacer is going to be gone. These studs will be gone, and then it'll basically just be a little plate intake. So it'll probably still be pretty close, but also we've got a little bit of room after we move all of this. So we're not quite on the axle yet, but we are on some suspension components. So let's go to this side. So I was going to try and see how close we are to that hole in the floor. And that hole is right there. So we've got our pin right here, floor right there, hole right there. So being this far back is a plus for the engine and a minus for the transmission. So well, that's what happens when you got a first test fit, though. I mean, other than it, you know, clearly not belonging in there, it kind of looks like it belongs in there. That's pretty neat. Yeah, man, let's rock and roll. I think that's gonna do it. I think we can get it in there. We're definitely gonna have to modify the suspension, but not as much as it was, you know, with it this a lot further forward. And also, I think I'm still gonna be able to get the valve covers off, which is amazing. The coolant back there is going to probably be a nightmare with it in the truck. So I don't know how that's going to be yet. But all in all, man, that's pretty sweet. The exhaust, I'm gonna have plenty of room for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have room for all that. And with this little piece gone, that'll make for a little bit more room, because we're shifted a little bit this way. So we're shifted more on the passenger side. So all this rusty crap's gonna go away, clearly. I don't want to keep any of that. But my main concern is all of this under here. Because all of that, just not going to have very much clearance for at all. Like, there is none. So that straight axle is even closer to the oil pan than the 4-liter was. So if we have to pick all this up, we can. There's a little bit of tunnel room back here. I think we still have a couple of inches, actually. So yeah, we've got bounds of room. So if we need to come up a little bit more with everything, we can a little bit, and then I'll just cow the hood. It would be kind of nasty to see that Holley EFI intake and then see like a turbo or something before you open the hood. And everybody's like, yeah, that's a LS. Of course, you know, if you heard it, you'd know it wasn't LS, but if you saw it and you saw that little plenum, just the plenum, you just saw the plenum and the turbo, that would be cool, the compressor housing of the turbo. That'd be neat. So, bunch of progress made. Bunch of progress made, and a whole lot more that needs to be made, but it's got a motor sitting on it. So let's just say this is where it's at. We have enough. Like, it would be barely enough, but it would be enough, especially with this latched. So be a little bit lower than that, and that stud is very, very close. But that stud will go away. So even if it had to be this high, we could get away with it. But it has to go higher. So that's going to be the issue. So I think we may keep this height and then modify the suspension around it. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. Well, we have a J35 A3 with a CT009 transmission in the Jeep. It's not running. It's not in there the best, but it's in there. We got it in here, and it has to come back out and go back in probably 50 freaking times. There's no telling how many times it's gonna have to come out. And I'm going to replace all the chipboard and all this stuff. That way we'll be able to roll this around a little bit better. But I think that's pretty much it for right now. I've got to put a valve body in the big truck. I was going to do that today, but I was just too excited. I really wanted to get this done. So I got to put a valve body in the big truck, hopefully fix the transmission and that stupid thing, and then get cracking back on the Jeep. So I really appreciate if you watch this. If you think that this is something that you're wanting to try too, this is the perfect place to do it, because I'm going to try and cover everything start to finish. So the wiring, what I have to do to the front suspension, what I have to do to the floor to accommodate the shifter, everything. What I'm doing to the actual engine to get it ready and it be up to date on maintenance. I've got the belt. I'm going to do full timing kit and all sorts of stuff. You're going to see me put the clutch on, everything. So it's going to be tiring. It's going to be a really, really long series, but I think you're going to like it, and hopefully you like it as much as I did. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching if you did, and I'll see you next time.